Good afternoon. Today we're going to be opening up a box of 1994 Bowman baseball. I'm in a different room today, different spot today, just trying things out. So we're going to be giving this box a crack open here and seeing what we've got out of here. Some of the key rookies in this one, not a lot, not a big year for Bowman in those early to mid 90s, but just a couple of ones that we can go ahead and keep an eye out here for. In this particular box would be the Jorge Posada rookie card. This set also had the Torrey Hunter rookie card. You also have a couple of others in here to watch out for, and I'll kind of highlight those here. What exactly we're going to be looking for in this particular set. But I mentioned those. We have a second year Derek Jeter, of course, so we'll keep an eye out for that one. A lot of Jermaine Dye rookie card is another one that we can look out for. And then a lot of just lesser known rookies, most of them who have never made the majors. Quite a few of those in here. And then some rookies that, they were okay, had decent careers. You'll see those in here as well. Derek Lee's another rookie card that we'll find in this one. But again, not a lot of, huge names. So we'll go ahead and give it a look here. Jason Isringhausen now was another rookie card in here. He had a good career. So, we'll go through here, take a look, see what we pull. And hopefully we'll get some fun ones. And again, as always, if you see anything that you're interested in, go ahead and just leave a comment below. And the other thing that I would recommend, check out our new Patreon page. I do have that set up now as well. And highly recommend you just give us some support here as I try to get this page started. I'm going to do a lot of fun things and some fun videos here moving forward. And please give me a subscription and a like button below as well. So let's go ahead and get this one started here. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my box cutter in with me, so I'll just kind of give it a little jab there. One thing I'm really worried about on this one is these cards sticking together. But I did the 93s. Those ones didn't stick. So hopefully we'll have a similar luck here with this box. All right, so these are hopefully going to be a little bit easier to open as well. So let's see what we get out of here. Okay. And pack number one, there's 24 packs per box, and it looks like we have 12 cards per pack here. In this particular setup here, and good, no sticking. Some not much sticking, maybe a little bit. Well, hopefully we don't have too much of that here, and we'll see. If they get too sticky, well, we'll maybe move on and try something else here, but they're not sticking too bad. All right, let's see what we got here. We've got, this is Terrell Wade. We'll go with Urbina. Let's see, there's an Andy Pettit. It's a nice Andy Pettit card there. Okay. One thing I don't like about these, very hard to read the names on the front of the cards. It's a Richie Moody. See what I said there? Hard to read the R. All right, this next card was looks like a Mike Ferry. We've got a Eric Anthony, James Hurst, John Moore, And we've got, let me see the name on this one. Again, very hard to read. Trey Beeman. Let's see, Marty Watson. There's a Todd Zeal. And Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn. So there's our first Hall of Famer out of the box here, Tony Gwynn. That's a really nice looking card. He's got the donuts on his bat there. Looks like he's getting ready to hit the plate. Really cool looking card, Tony Gwynn. All right. So those didn't actually do too bad. Not really sticking as I thought they were going to be. So hopefully that trend continues here. And these are really, really tough to open. I did like those 92 and 93 Bowmans. They kind of open up like old wax packs, and they started to go the foil pack route. And, well, a little bit challenging. All right, here. Brad Fulmer. And let's see who we got here. Kevin Lohman. And let's see here. These ones are sticking. Let's see who's on the back here. There we go. We got a Johnny Damon. Izzy Molina. There's a nice Andres Galarraga there. Good little photo of him in his Rockies uniform, Rocky Slugger. Let's see, Chad Ogia. And we've got Midre Cummings. Midre Cummings. Okay. And then, of course, I may be going and looking away here for a moment just to see and verifying the rookie cards. We've got a nice Billy Wagner card there. Very cool. Billy Wagner. That's actually Billy Wagner's rookie card. He was a good closer there for quite some time. Very consistent. Not a Hall of Famer, but he was a very consistent closer. So I like that one. Oh, here we go. Love this card. All right, there we go. Look at this one coming up, folks. Multi-sport talent there, Bo Jackson. And I'll never forget the day he got the injury in that Raiders game, and it pretty much killed the Raiders playoffs and pretty much put the end to his football career and most likely shortened his baseball career. But Bo Jackson was such a talented athlete, and such a pleasure to watch him play both games. So sorry for the interruption there. I hope this didn't get too messed up. But there's the Bo Jackson that I was talking about. If you give me one moment, I need to go ahead and see if I can get my phone onto a do not disturb here. And hopefully nobody will bother us again. Oh. All right, so there's Robin Ventura. That's a great little card, Robin Ventura. I like that one. All right, then we have a Chris Hoyles, and a Rod Henderson. All right. Our next pack here. I don't want to ding these corners up. These are actually coming out without too much stickiness. All right, who do we have here? We have, I can focus in on this one here, Willie Adams. And then we have a Gerald Santos. Gerald Santos. And Kevin Jordan. Kurt Miller. have a Tyler Green, Brett Butler. It looks like this one kind of got a little stickiness onto it, but not too bad. All right, we have Brian Edmondson, Oscar Henriquez, and we've got a Mark Valdez, a Roberto Patagini. There's John Olerud. John Olerud, known for playing with a helmet well in the field due to a brain condition. So John Olerud would play in the field with his helmet. Quite an interesting story about John Olerud. If you can ever get a chance to read up on that, definitely recommend that. Maybe one of these days I'll do a little bit of a talk just about John Olerud and his interesting story. And then a Brad Osmus. Let me see here if that might be, what year that might be for Osmus. That may be his rookie card. Let me see one moment here. I'm looking through. Okay, can't pull that up right now, but I believe that is Brad Osmus's rookie card. All right, looks like my mouse died on my computer, so we'll move on forward here without worrying about what is what. All right, up next here, and the packaging on these is not really the greatest. All right, we have Darren Lewis, and we have a Pat Mears. And John Wasden, not Wathen, as Eric Jabs may think. It's John Wasden, a completely different player. I actually remember Wasden when he played for the Oakland A's. And let's see, Max Suzuki. And then we have a Bill Taylor. And again, most of these are lesser known rookies, maybe guys that never panned out. Wade Boggs, Hall of Famer, Wade Boggs. So there we go. There's another Hall of Famer for our Hall of Fame stack. And not really sticking, so that's a huge positive. There's a Ryan McGuire, no relation to Big Mac. And we have Clint Davis. And we have the late Bob Welch, rest in peace, Bob Welch from the Oakland A's. And let's see, Brady Anderson. Nice card with Brady Anderson there. Joe Girardi. And a Chuck Carr. All right, so that takes care of that pack. There's actually a foil subset card in every pack, and a gold foil is on every card, and they're full bleed photos, and I never noticed the foil card in every pack, so I'm going to have to go through there and pull those out so I can separate those parallel cards. All right, there we have a Matt Jarvis. And of course, by full bleed, that just means they took the borders off, and that was one of the big things there with Bowman in this year. Leland Macon. Okay. And a little stickiness there again. Looks like they're sticking to those foil cards. Let's see, this was Brooke Fordyce, Bubba Smith, and again, not a huge fan of this 1 year design. especially when you compare it to the previous year and the years following. John Detmer, Paul Sorrento. Let's see who we have next. We have Scott Sullivan. We have a Lupote, Chris Smith, a Todd Hollinsworth, a Todd Hundley, and a Brent Gates. And I'm not going to be separating the foils right now. I'm in a little bit of a different room than I was in last night. So we'll kind of leave it at that. All right. Ryan Karp. Matt Bronson. Let's see, this is a Jamie Navarro. Jamie Navarro is for the Brewers. There's a Justin Thompson. A Gar Finvold. And again, players that played in the minors that you probably never heard of. That has been, of course, Bowman's claim to fame. Pretty much since they were starting back out again in 1989, that year that Ken Griffey Jr. came out. All right, another interruption there. I have my phone set to Do Not Disturb, but for whatever reason, it's still coming through. So hopefully we don't get any more interruptions there. And at these plays together just fine. We got a Russ Davis, Adam Minerhagen, and we have a Chad Creeder, and Deshaun Warren. There's a Jose Lind, Tino Martinez, and Larry Walker. All right, Larry Walker, that's a good one. I'll take that any day. All right, first card up here we have Javier De La Hoya. And it looks like we got Max Suzuki came up again. Oh boy, here is the infamous. And once we get him past here, it's looking like they're getting tied up with these foil cards. But Bernard Gilkey. We can't escape him in any of these breaks. And this one is a Kurt Miller. Here is Major League bust Ben McDonald. Didn't really pan out for the Orioles, even though he was slated to be one of the big names. And Mark Portugal, he had himself a really good, long, successful career as a pitcher. Again, these aren't sticking together too bad. And Melito Perez, Danny Maselli. The player who had himself a pretty decent and long career was Danny Tartable. We have a Jose Offerman, who had a good career, Marquise Grissom, and the last card in this pack, Dave McCarty. And I'll give it just a brief moment here. I'm going to check my Do Not Disturb and see. Well, my phone is locked. Well, my phone is not locked right now. And I'm still getting the disruption. So very, very interesting that I'm still getting the calls coming through here and getting bothered while we're doing the video. So Isn't that lovely? Oh, I can see a checklist on the back. Okay, these ones are all out of whack here. All right, let's just start this way. We got that checklist. We've got Tom Engel. And this pack was just really not put together nicely. There we go. Now we're looking good. Here we go. There's a Hall of Famer for us. We got Jeff Bagwell. Jeff Bagwell? Oh, here we go. Got to get us a Chris Sabo. There's a Chris Sabo to go along with that Bernard Gilkey. If only there was a manager card of John Watson and he was around, we would be completing a huge trifecta today. All right, Ellis Burks. And there is Dodger legendary pitcher Orr Hershiser. And not a Hall of Famer, but should be. Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly. Pitcher Mike Moore. And we have a Mark Aker. Tony Tarasco. Orlando Miller. Chris Turner. Rod Steff, Matt Faricio, and I do apologize if there's any shaking going on. They're doing road construction, and these earth movers are just downright insane. They shake the entire house. We have Eric Karros, Domingo Jean, Tom Candiotti. There's Matt Williams. He was a great player for quite many years there. Very consistent ball player. You know, the one thing here with these players, a lot of them will have great years. Not quite Hall of Fame worthy, but you know what? Doesn't always matter. You know, they were team Hall of Famers is what I like to say, team Hall of Famers. And in many cases, that's what you have here with a lot of these players. Kevin Brown. This is Jason Kendall. This is his second year card. His rookie was in the previous year Bowman set. And let's see here. So maybe the foil card. There's a Carlos Delgado. Okay, Roberto Kelly. Tommy Green. And Brian McRae. And we have Dave Catlett. We have Solomon Torres. And let me see here. Get these in order here. We have a Jeff Blauser. Brian Anderson. Luis Polonia. There's Casey Witten. Let's see. Danny Claiborne. Darren Dalton, Jesse Hollins, and another one of those pitching busts was Todd Van Poppel. And of course, he did have a few cards that came out in the early 90s, but his career, as you can see, never really panned out. Those major league numbers, again, 17 games pitched, and he was 6-6 in 88 innings pitched, 53 strikeouts with a 5.28 ERA. So yeah, he had his first incursion into major league success in 1993. So as you can see, that was actually the first year he was actually successful. His 1993 numbers matching up with his career totals, but pretty much nothing really panned out for Van Poppel pretty much after that. And there's a Kirk Reeder and Orlando Merced. We have a Joel Moore, a Rick White, Jimmy Hurst, Marty Watson, and let's see, we have Bip Roberts. One of those players was a good player, not a great player, but a good player. And we have Nefi Perez, Howard Johnson, Ray Holbert, and we have Vaughn Eshelman, Eduardo Perez, Jeff King, and Hall of Famer, we have the Hawk, Andre Dawson. All right, we have a Rick Forney and Joey Hamilton. And we have here Tyler Green, Cliff Floyd. We've seen this card already, but it's an Izzy Molina. And we have the pitcher, Kenny Rogers. That's a very solid pitcher for a number of years. And no, he is not the singer. He is the pitcher. Here we go. Hall of Famer, Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. Can't ever go wrong with Griffs. Ken Griffey Jr. Nice looking card there. Okay, we have a Marcus Moore. And up next, a little more sticking there, we have a James Newton, JT Snow, and we have Bob Tewksbury and Kevin Stalker. All right, and we have a Ron Pizzoni, Frank Cimarelli, and I'm going to get these kind of straightened out here as best I can. I know we're going to have one of them sticking somewhere in there. Hector Trinidad. This maybe where? Nope, not sticky note. This one right here, maybe. Nope, Daryl Hamilton. Okay, here was one of my favorite players. Was Dave Stewart. I wish one thing they didn't have, and this is the thing that disappointed me the most with Bowman, they didn't have the career stats like you would see with Topps. But Dave Stewart, one of my favorites growing up. Eric Davis is up next. We have Kevin Jordan. And here's that foil card where they've been sticking. And it looks like it's a Bill. His name is Bill Pulsifer. Again, not really any paper loss, so that's good. Eric Anthony. And we've got Paul Spalero. Mike Morgan. I'm sorry for the interruptions here. For whatever reason, Do Not Disturb is not working for me. If any of you have any tips on how to make that to where that doesn't interrupt videos, I would greatly appreciate that. It's really super annoying and drives me crazy. All right, and we have Benito Santiago. So yeah, super annoying. So if anybody knows how to make that like not interrupt the video, that would be really, really appreciated. So we don't have to have the little snips and cuts in the middle there. All right. We have, again, Max Suzuki. It's like our third one of this guy. And I don't think we've really hit any of our key rookies yet. It's a Pat Mahomes. Kurt Miller. Todd Williams. Wayne Gomes. Cleveland Liddell. And here we go. I think we've got a Hall of Famer very carefully. And we do. We have Alan Trammell. Hall of Famer Alan Trammell. Can't complain there. And we have a BJ Wallace. And I'm going to close out this pack here. Just 4 more cards. We have Dan Carlson, Turk Wendell, Dave Hollins, Troy Neal. So not much left there. It's just some commons. So again, you know, if anybody wants any of these cards, leave a comment below and we can work something out. Always open to trades and those sorts of things. You know, I'm not attached to any particular cards most of the time. I'm willing to help out my fellow collectors here in getting the cards that they need. Ron Frazier, and we have Kurt Miller and Mark Smith. And once again, I highly encourage you, I'm going to put a Patreon link below, but I highly encourage you to check out my Patreon site. Just looking to get any support I can. It's going to allow me to go out and get boxes and go out and get packs, things like that, be able to do the breaks that I like to do, and be able to deliver this awesome content for you guys moving forward. And take care of those sorts of things. I want to be able to make this really a fun channel for everybody. You know, some days I may not be able to get on here. I do have some health issues. I'll talk about that in another video. All right, we have Trey. His name is Trey Beeman. And then we have Darren Dalton, Bill Taylor, Solomon Torres, David Lamb, and then we have Mariano Duncan, Edgar Martinez, Damian Easley. So if you're wondering who I PC the Oakland A's. Pretty much any era of the A's, going all the way back to Philly, and to their origins. PC vintage a lot. PC Nolan Ryan. PC Barry Bonds. Pretty much my favorite players there. Right now, working on a set of 1957 tops is kind of one of my big things I'm doing. There we go. Not a Hall of Famer, but again, should be Roger Clemens. I think we've seen this one already today. Jason Johnson. I'm hoping today we can roll a Barry Bonds. Looks like we're getting some repeats here. So I'm just going to kind of start going through these really quick and just picking out the highlights. Since we're starting to see some doubles and we haven't really seen any of the keys. So I'm just going to kind of start scrolling through these and get through them really quickly to kind of get this one wrapped up here for us. And to get to the ones that we're hoping to find in this video. All right, just scrolling through here. And again, not seeing anybody big yet. If we see any of the Hall of Famers, we'll definitely take a stop and take a look here, or any of those key rookie cards. All right. Nothing going on that pack, so just some more commons. And going to the next pack here. Again, we're seeing a lot more of the doubles. Players we've seen a few times already. In fact, in some cases, almost the exact same layout on these packs. So it's kind of annoying. And let's see, let's kind of go ahead and get rid of that pack. We've got Ryan Sandberg, and we've got hopefully soon to be Hall of Famer Curt Schilling. All right. All right, we're getting down to the bottom of the box. Have not pulled any of those rookies that we're looking for yet. And a couple cards that I was hoping to pull, we haven't pulled those yet either. So we'll keep looking through here and see what we can dig up here. I'm just trying to get these to where they're a little straight. Gotta love when they just couldn't quite get these cards into a pack facing the same direction. All right, Mickey Tittleton card we hadn't seen yet, so maybe there's some hope here. All right. Well, we've seen that one. There's a checklist. We've seen one of those already. And doesn't look like we're gonna get anything out of this one either. Just some more comments. And we have just 4 packs left to go after this one. So, as far as getting those good rookie cards, not a promise. Box open yesterday. I had the 93 Bowman. I didn't think there was a Jeter in there. Turns out there was. Completely missed it. And did not pull actually a Jeter. Didn't realize there was one in there. But I also went back and realized I didn't pull one either, which is unfortunate. I may get another box of that down the road, but that may be one of those ones that I will actually go through and do once I get a little support through Patreon, and I can maybe buy up some boxes, and we can do a a multi-box break and see if we can pull that Jeter card, and especially with what's going to happen next year for Jeter. Most likely 100% of the vote for ballot Hall of Famer. All right, this one, we're looking like we're getting some repeats yet again. Yeah, of course, there's that one. Darren Dalton keeps showing up on us. And again, yeah, same cards over and over again here in this one. Got to love the junk era collation of cards. We say salute. And let's see here. Bobby Bow. Bobby Bow had several good years playing, and of course, he may be the smartest player in baseball because this team has to pay him a lot of money every single year. Bobby Bow may have signed the smartest contract in Major League history. All right, we're almost to the bottom of this box. After this, we'll have 3 packs. I would not mind pulling a Barry Bonds out of here, or a Nolan Ryan, or for that matter, one of the main rookie cards. Alright, I do see a few new players in here, so let's see what we got. And still again, I don't know how many times we've seen this guy, Max Suzuki, today. There's a Jim Abbott. I always liked Jim Abbott. Okay, and we're seeing Chili Davis. No complain. Good long career for Chili Davis. And nothing there. Down to these last 3 packs to hopefully give us something. Not a huge stack of Hall of Fame players, so that's a disappointment. I mean, Bowman is not known for Hall of Fame players, but they are in there. All right, last time I had a checklist on the bottom of the pack, it did this. All right, so that's there. And of course, all right. I do see a Jeff Bagwell in here again. So, and I see, oh, all right, Joe Bennett. We're gonna go through and look at this. I do see a nice card in here. And that didn't stick, so that's good. Roberto Kelly, Orlando Miller. Okay. Andujar Cedeno. There's our Hall of Famers coming up here. Jeff Bagwell. And the first time seeing this guy today, Chipper Jones. Not as a rookie, but it's a Chipper Jones. And look at this, 3 in a row. I just said no Hall of Famers, and we get a Hall of Famer 3 in a row, Barry Larkin, and not a Hall of Famer, but quite a good career and a Doc Gooden card. So 4 nice cards in a row there. Awesome. All right, moving on to the next to last pack, I've got a Willie Smith leading things off. And I know this video is going to probably run a little long just because I'm having to do the snipping together and we're having to do all these flip and flop with the cards, and that just kills it. Fortunately, the stickiness was not a major issue. I do have a 96 Topps box, and I have a feeling we may not be so lucky there. Fingers crossed. All right, I'm just going to go through these. I know they're backwards, but sometimes it's easier to read off the back of the card than it is off the front. Willie Smith, Butler, Raul Mondesi. That actually is Mondesi's rookie card, I believe. I think I said that earlier, was Mondesi's rookie card. Travis Fryman. Terry Bradshaw, not the football player. Mike Piazza, Hall of Famer there. Not a rookie card. And let's see here, Roberto Hernandez. And then final pack. Let's see what we got. You know, one of these things with the Bowman is they were kind of like these large sets, and ended up, you know, when you don't get that many packs per box, it pretty much means it's going to be really hard to pull the card you're looking for. It's not like some of these sets you see where, you know, it's like a 200 card set and you pretty much can get an entire set out of one box today, especially with some of these sets that are coming out. You know, it used to be back in the day, you'd have to buy box after box after box after box to even have a chance to put a set together. It happened to me as a child. I'd be buying box after box. All right, last box. We'll go through this, our last pack. We'll go through this here, see what we get. And see Steve Finley. There we go. Pedro Martinez, Hall of Famer. Pedro Martinez. All right, and we've got next pack, next card here. Let's see, Todd Williams. And Chris Schwab, Chad Roper, Doug Drabeck. Neon Dion, and Cecil Fielder. All right, and sorry about my computer noise there. That will do it for this video. I just want to give you guys once again a reminder. Please go ahead, give me a like button and a thumbs up here. Please subscribe to this video. Please click notifications. Please subscribe to my channel. Please hit me up on Patreon. And again, if you're interested in any of the cards you saw today, any of the cards that if there's any card that you're looking for in this set that I may have missed over, I can check for it and I help you out with that. So go ahead and just drop me a message, drop me a comment below, and until next time, take care.